So guys, it's your favourite Ginger here, coming at you with another video. Before you watch this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure you titty slap that notifications button. Enjoy the video. There you go. Oh yes. Welcome to the video. This is bulking series with me. And yes, today we are going to go into, at some point, how to approach lockdown. I just got up, first thing in the morning, trekking day to day, and I'm just waiting for my stomach to go a little bit. Do you know when you first get up, you sort some bits out and you're a bit fucked up? Just me? Comment below, let me know if it's just me. But you sort a little bit out and then you're like, oh God, oh Jesus. And then you have to fucking run to the toilet. And in the minute I'm on borderline oh Jesus. But I think I'm going to put a coffee on. Oh, look at that fucking coffee. Just before we have the coffee, health subs. I know I'm cutting my head off and the frame is awful. Don't worry about it. This is an A-star fucking camerology. Health subs. Get them in the morning. We're just popping them some down. Little beanos. 100% you need this, everybody. Fight against coronavirus. Take plenty of vitamin D, you're going to be alright. Big ass multivit. Down the hatch, my sirs. And ladies. Oh. Oh, I can't get that one down. Done. Thing is, you might be asking, Josh, why do you take all those before meal one? Obviously a few friends, and I read a few things up that actually a few of the ingredients in there, in those health supplements such as citrus bergamot and stuff, they get in better if you take them fasted, and then about 30 minutes have the meal one. Probably the best thing to do. Basically absorb them the best. If you know any different, hit the link in the bio and we could have a little comment section below. We could get cracking. However, if there's a better way, you don't know, let me know. I'm open. But that's why we do it anyway. Alright, check-in's about to begin. I'm going to go for a big fucking banger after this shot of coffee. And then we'll see what we weigh in. Then blah, blah, blah. Then check in. And you'll see me, guys, and we'll get the lowdown going, you know what I mean? I thought I'd change up the filming style, a bit more of a vlog, bit more personal, let you guys know what's going on from day to day, kind of thing. So let me know if you enjoy it. Hit the comment section below what you really like, because I enjoy making this. You know, that's why I do it. But it's always nice to get a little bit of feedback. Check-in done. First meal, obviously, shake meal. If you haven't seen the full day of eating, go watch it. You'll know what exactly is in here. We originally started off with a shake meal because when I used to work a gym, I used to have to start work for 6, half 6. So shake meal has always been, and we just never changed it. Down the hatch. And this is the moment of faith. See, you got to be really careful with your shakes, because sometimes you get that shit in there and it fucking goes everywhere. And then half your proteins and you got to sniff it off the side. Perfect. Alright, let's get stuck into the bulking update. Right guys, yes, welcome. We're going to get stuck into progress, and then we'll probably have a meal, and then we'll probably get into, later on in the video, how to approach lockdown. What can you do to still progress? How can you maintain muscle, etc, etc. A few tips coming at you from me. Not just a meathead, sometimes I've got some good ideas too. Straight into the photos. How's the week been going? Boom. Straight in it to a front relax pose. As you can see, it's coming on nicely. Weight this week, obviously in this photo, 217.2. Yeah, you're going to be like, Josh, you dropped a pound. But as you recall, we didn't have the big shit, did we? We didn't have a big poo last week. My tummy was all kind of funny. I didn't really get a shit going. I had it after, once I had the coffee, once I've done movement, bit of movement. Do you know what I mean? About 1,000 steps in, then my arsehole was ready to explode. However, for my weight, has been hovering around 270, and it's 270.2. 217, sorry. 270 is a very different story. Maybe in about 2 years' time, and we'll be talking about the 270s. If you correlate to the photos, we're here. We've still got a line of abdominals. We've still got some lines on our legs. And as you can see, we're not overly fat, right? And this is when we're pushing our body weight up. This is something that I've said before, and I'll say it again. This is where you want to be. Right, you don't want to be just smashing a load of fat on. I have a few clients, right, and they will know the way that I work and the way that the things that I'm looking for. And they're things that we're going to look for. We don't want to just be piling on a load of fat. We want to be putting on some good tissue here. And as we move through the poses, you can see from the side pose, from the back pose, where the fat is distributing on. As we look through the weeks, obviously, in the back, we can see that we're getting a little bit of a fat roll at the back. Look where my pants are, right? That's there, so you can see the insertion on the back, so we're not completely gone, that the insertion's gone, and that's when we've got to sort of be we've gone too far. But you can see the little bit of fat rolls that are coming along there, and you can see how saggy my arse is. You know when you're getting too fat, when you've got dimples in your arse and you've got a rubber ring around your stomach. And you see for the other side pose, you can sort of see this. Hang on a minute, let's just fucking pause for a minute. Look at that trap, right? The last push, it was this trap. This push, it's this trap. Trap City coming. And you want to know how you get big traps? I'm going to let the secret out of the bag. Fucking lift heavy. You're going to see a difference. Dante Trudell put a good post up. You don't follow him. He did say the difference between seeing a physique that's built on training and a physique that's built on drugs is big traps. So there you go, into a lat spread, and we're going to go into a front double bicep too as well, and you can see some of these movements as we go along. But yes, everything's really good. Obviously, I have a setup that I can still train in, and I have enough weight to fucking sink the Titanic, so I can still progress. Yes, we can still progress. So training's been really good. I've actually progressed all my lifts. Everything's going up. I only have to change a few lifts. Nothing really much. It's excellent. Absolutely guaranteed. So you will see a training series in the jumbo testing. And then we get into a back pose that we'll talk about so you guys can see where we're sort of distributing the fat. You can sort of see, as I commented about where the fat gain is going on, that's where we can see it. So these will be interesting to see where Jordan approaches. Obviously last week we didn't up foods. I had a bit of a cold, you know, just some cold symptoms, a bit of a blocked nose. Like when you're eating a lot of foods and you're trying to breathe, it gets in the way, right? And I was finding it hard. So we just put steps down. So obviously that's going to be, the surplus is going to be higher because my expenditure is going to be lower. This is energy balance for you guys. So obviously the output that I'm putting is a little bit less. Food's going to stay the same, so then our surplus is sort of going to be higher. As you can see, 217.2. I think in the photos I look better than last week, to be honest. I really do. Just think I look fuller in areas. If you look at training, that's another big thing. You know, if you were just all going by weight, you'd be like, fucking hell, Josh, you've lost a pound. But it was a pound of shit in my stomach, as you can see. But then if you look at the lifts, 5 kilos on the squats, we've had increases in every single lift. Well, hang on a minute, what's going on here? If that be a rep, or if that be 5 kilos, 1.25 kilos, we're going up, everything's increasing. So in performance base, we're putting on muscle, and the biggest key for you guys when you're putting on muscle is that if you're getting stronger, you're putting muscle on. It's just not enough that it's going to go on the scales. And then we go into most musculars to finish it off. As you can see, I think we're looking rounder, looking nicer. We've got a lot to do. You know, 217.2, we know where we want to be. We want to be an absolute fucking mass monster, but there'll be plenty of preps and plenty of fucking, probably trying to get my pro card in between that until we get to the 300-pound mass monster. However, it's all to come, and it'll all be on here for you guys. So that is a little wrap-up of me, of where we are. So from here, we'll see what Jordan says to do, because he's in the hot seat. He is running the show, and he is calling the shots. I just move the vehicle, because I know what I'm doing to get huge. Do you know what I mean? Mission get massive. Let's go. And then we'll go from there. I am going to get a meal, because it's coming up to meal 2, and it's time for a fruity meal. I say fruity, it's because we've got pineapple in it. In the kitchen, chicken breast going down. This is what we're doing. I'm having foil, right, oven, and I'm going to do some in the air fryer, because I need a meal in about like 10 minutes. So air fry the chicken, buff, done. Do you know what I mean? We'll get the meal on, no messing about. This is where like your investments come really in handy. Having an air fryer, buff, makes you laugh easy. Keep saying buff. I'm going to put a bit of white fish in there today, and I didn't do my hair this morning, but I'll go with the flat look. You know what I mean? Do you reckon I could look good on that? Or do I look like a dick? What do you think? I'm going to run it all day and see if Chanel says anything. Right, I've got chicken hands, so I can't pick up the camera. This is the peri seasoning. Can make your food a little bit more interesting in the off season, when you're bulking especially. Any way to make it easier to get down, that's where it is, and that's where I'm at now. Any way to make it go down nicely, I'm doing. You know what I mean? I ain't quite got the fucking Texas barbecue sauce out. It's not that bad. I reckon that's when you're going for the big dog numbers. Right, big dogs. Chicken, already seasoned. White fish for today. Not seasoned, because I'm just going to have it like that, and I'm going to put salt on it. Really weird, probably a bit boring, that you think, it's so boring, you're weird. But I like to mash it up, really weird, like mash it all up and just get it in really quickly. It makes it the easiest. And like, I've gone for the white sort of haddock, right? Because I find it's the lightest type of fish. When you're having like 350 grams of that bastard, right? I know that's from you on the old 180s, 200s. That's nothing. When you're on the 350s, it's like that. Like, you start getting a sore, chewy mouth, so you've got to be, like, on it. Top tips for when you're bulking. Like those fish. Pat it down. Goes in like that. Well, you can't really do that with it, otherwise it gets stuck in the back of your throat, then you go... like that. You know what I mean? You're like, a bit of air gets... like that, and you start dying. Here Here we go, look at this. Go from this angle so you see the lighting. There you go, straight onto it. That's the chicken cooked. We got the fish in there. We're all sorted, and also, that is the meal. You want to get huge, got to eat big. We've got our 200 grams of pineapple. We have got our bagel there. Look at that, that's 300 grams of chicken. 300 grams. For you Americans, it's like 10 ounces. That's a lot of chewing. You got to get that protein nice and high, and my protein is like the highest it's ever been right now. And I'm like, sometimes I do find myself going, However, secret weapon, fucking Tommy K. He don't let you down. Get that bit in there. I would do a bit of the hot sauce, but my nose might start running. You know what? I'm a fucking bad man. I'm going to do it, yeah. I'm a fucking wizard. Welcome to the jungle. Bada bada bam ba. Look at those veins. Just looks good on the camera. It's not actually that vascular. Right, yes. Look at that. Beast meal. Look at that. So packed. It's like Instagram worthy. You know when people they lay their food out and they're like, bit of banana, berries, something else. Someone else is like oats underneath. Oh, no. I haven't tried to do that. That is just massiveness. Berries, oats, protein in there, you know what I mean? Hitting all aspects of the fucking spectrum. Sunflower seeds for fats. We're cooking this, and you're gonna be like, your pasta's gonna be dry. I don't actually care. I'm just gonna get it in because I ain't fucking around. We just gotta get huge, so let me eat. Let me get massive, because that's what we gotta get done. Right, Timo! Back in the hot seat. Yes, I am. Oh man, I tell you what. So. The fuck was all that about? Shut up, probably police trying to close a fucking gym. Someone's doing pull-ups in the car park. Go get 'em, lads. Fuck the drug dealer over there. Get the geezer doing the pull-ups. He's a criminal. Anyway, so, feedback from Jordan. We'll go into it. And here we go. There's our plan of action rolling into week 6 of gettingmassive.com. What he wants to do is that obviously 2 weeks back, we were 216.2. So, obviously, I did say that we were a touch higher last week because obviously like a bit of a dodgy movement, and he said he probably was just a touch higher. So I'm at 217.2 today, and obviously that's probably a better reading. I've been hovering in the 217s. So what he says, we'll basically put back steps by 1,000 a day, so steps will be a little bit quite low, 7,000 on a training day, 8,000 on a rest day. It's pretty low for me, but it's pretty manageable. It's very manageable for me, so that should be interesting. Just got to make sure that we get them in, and it won't be too much. Probably won't really have to go for a walk anywhere or anything like that. I can literally just chill, probably get my steps in pretty easy without even have to try. Other than that, strength will probably skyrocket, obviously, because extra supplements will start probably kicking in real good right now. So we're going to see some really good changes, and it's going to get real fruity. It's going to get real saucy, which I'm really looking forward to. So you guys know what we're doing. So, this is where a lot of you have come to watch this video, alright? And you always put it at the end of the video, and I'll tell you why I put it at the end of the video, so you watch my whole video. So you know what's going on. Tactics. However, enough of the fun and games. This is pretty serious shit, right? And we probably not want to mess about right here, because a lot of you are probably in the lockdown situation and might be panicking, alright? You average gym goer guy, your gym goer, you're seeking a little bit more results. You might be fluttering here. Your big bodybuilder guy has probably got a trick up his sleeve and he's ready and already knows this stuff. So, hopefully some of this does help. Let me get straight into it. So, how to approach lockdown. These are my tips, right? A few tips from myself, alright? So, nutrition. You can keep your nutrition the same. Lockdown isn't going to affect your nutrition. Main thing we can control is nutrition. We can keep our diet the same. We can keep our foods the same, our macros, what we eat in, what we put in our mouth. We have full control of that. And that can have a massive impact on how this is going to change your physique and where you can go. Obviously, energy balance, controlling energy balance again, carrying on, doing your steps, making sure that you're accountable, and that goes into the next one. So making sure that we have our nutrition and we make sure we have our steps, our output, and we control that, and that is our energy balance. So we can have full control of these, which can have a massive impact on how we're going to approach coming out of lockdown. Accountability. You are in control of your actions. No one else can make you or do, and you are in control. You are accountable. Accountability. This is down to you. We can either make it or break it in this situation. Yes, it's a shit situation, and we can't control it. But why get bothered about something we can't control? There's nothing we can do. This is where we are. So, accountability, massive one. And then positivity, keeping a positive mindset. If you're getting bogged down and you're thinking, oh, gyms are never going to be open until summer, lose that negative mindset. Fuck that shit. Be accountable. I'm going to control my energy balance. I am going to control what I put in my fucking mouth. I am going to make this happen. You can still make results within lockdown. Obviously dependent where you are and what you're doing. So, these are a few tips. Now, we can get into some training tips. Okie dokie, so training, how to approach lockdown training. We talked about nutrition, we talked about the side that is away from the gym. Obviously training, the gym is one aspect, and we have shown that with the last slide where you guys can sort of take control of. But now, training, obviously this is the third lockdown that we've had in the UK, so by now that you should have some equipment or should have access to some type of equipment. So, your training, equipment, what do you have? Dumbbells, barbells, if you've got enough load, dumbbells and barbells and a bench, maybe a makeshift rack, you've pretty much got what they had in the 80s. The 80s, if you look at a lot of the training, majority of it is dumbbells and barbells. Master the barbell and the dumbbell, you're going to have a pretty good physique like this guy right here. If the guys in the 80s could progress, so can you. You don't need your hammer strength machines. Obviously, intensity. What can we do to make it more intense? Maybe you don't have enough load to keep the intensity with the load to keep going. Well, we can increase the volume, all right? So we can do a higher volume set. So instead of doing 8 to 10, we might have to do a 20 to 15, all right? So the repetitions, maybe we should put reps in there as well. So we just put that right there for you guys. Reps and sets. We can sort of adjust our reps and set. We can make it more intense by adding the tempos as well and drop sets. So we don't have the load, but what we can do is maybe have a 4-second eccentric. Maybe your eccentrics need to look into that, or what we could call them as negative. So making sure that we are in full control with a nice 4-5 second tempo instead of going for your 2 to fucking 1. Drop sets as well, we can just do 1 set of drop sets and make them a quadruple set at the end of a press if you have enough weight, etc. Or you have a selection of different weights. And that's intensity, and obviously we touched up on volume there as well. The volume of your training might have to change, and we can adapt that so it can fit in with your needs. And I said keep it basic. This really is a basic, and this video really is basic because it's a basic stuff. With our equipment, if we've got dumbbells and barbells, let's keep it simple. Why don't we do, if we want to do a back day, we could do barbell rows. We've got dumbbell rows. We could do a chest supported dumbbell row. You can fit that in there. Lat pull downs with a band, and we could use a tempo of 5 seconds. So on the way, on the eccentric, we can have a nice 5 second on the eccentric, and that is something, this obviously is going to help you maintain and even make progress, especially if you're going to doing a cut or something and you've got enough equipment, you really can still make really good progression during this time. So these are my things that you guys should take upon, and you can take it upon yourself to use these to adapt your training. You don't need to change your complete training. You can just take bits from your current push-pull legs setup, if you're following a push-pull legs, and you literally can adapt it to your needs. You may need to do higher reps and sets. You may need to do 20 to 30 reps on some things because you don't have enough equipment. However, we can use the tempos, and we can use the control and making sure we're using those intensity techniques to make it more intense so you can still carry on eking out little bits and pieces out of here. Hopefully by now we're in a third lockdown. This has been going on since March. Now we're in 2021 in January. You should have equipment. You should have a barbell. If you're serious about your goals, you have a barbell, you have some dumbbells, you have a band. You can make progress. I know I've seen a lot of people, majority of people have a gym within their garage. They have completely converted their garage. Hopefully you can take some of that with you guys, and you can take some of that, and obviously training is one aspect. It's been one half of this part of this approaching lockdown video. We have our other half that we've just shown with nutrition, and that is very key, because if you've got the nutrition down, you're gonna maintain, you're gonna carry on, and you can progress. Training wise, this is one aspect, and obviously we can adapt this to make it fit around your needs. And also, this will also, given the training for a lot of you guys who are just gym goers, this will take that edge off. It's not quite the gym, yes I know, and it is training at home, in your garage, whatever. You can still get that feel-good feeling from training by doing this. And if we think positively, this will only be for 6 to 8 weeks. Why do we have to think negatively and always moan and groan? If you keep looking at the papers, they just want to sell, they just want to make money. And the minute it's kicked off in America, that's all we can see. Coronavirus hasn't even fucking happened if you look on your news channel on the BBC. There's nothing on there right now. So let's just remember that they're just going to make what's hot to make them money. So, that has been how to approach lockdown with me, and this is probably going to be towards the end of the video. So I hope you've really enjoyed this video and you've taken some of this on, and obviously you've seen my bulking and seen where I am at in my progress, and you enjoyed this weekly video of the bulking series on how to get fucking massive, also how to approach lockdown. Please like, subscribe, weekly videos coming at you, so make sure you keep your beady eyes out for these beasts. Alright? Okay, let's get massive.